Hello, everybody. My name is Cassie. I go by Cass.
And my name is Amber, just Amber.
The wonderful, beautiful Amber.
Oh, the lovely Cassandra Cass. So we decided to actually start a YouTube channel where we just wanted to talk about, goals. We wanted to talk about lifestyle, mom things, just pretty much everything that we're going through and we felt like other people are going through and might want to hear about. If you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, just basically anything lifestyle, like Amber said, motherhood, marriage, other relationships, maybe with friends or family or, any type of relationship you can form. We also might throw in some juicy girl talk here
Yeah, we
and
gotta
there.
keep it juicy.
We got to keep it real.
Yeah, so exactly. So we're keeping it real here with you guys and hope that you'll come along on this journey with us.
Yes, it is going to be a journey, a
Yeah.
beautiful journey.
Yes.
I'm so excited. We have been talking about this for how long?
Oh
Since
my
the
gosh.
beginning of quarantine?
So long. Yeah. We're like, we gotta start. But life, like you were even saying today, that today is, what is it called? That happened to be today.
Mercury in retrograde. The day we want to start, it's Mercury in retrograde.
Like
But you
perfect.
know what? I'm not even going to think about that. I'm going to
Yeah.
think positive thought
Yes.
because that's the last thing we need.
Yes, exactly. And well, hopefully there'll be something positive that comes out of this retrograde.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
how you have to look at it. Like my sister-in-law Summer, she like finds positivity in everything, and she actually posted about Mercury in retrograde today.
Hmm.
And some things were bad, which is inevitable. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
But just reading that post, I was like, see, it's not, it doesn't have to be terrible. There
Yeah.
are some good things. So
Hmm. I love it.
we'll pray about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So like Amber said, we hope that you do come on this journey with us. We are so ready. We're so excited. We are just so amped to
Hmm.
start
Amen.
this together. Yes. So I think I know our first video is going to be about setting goals and your intentions. Amber, how did you remind me how you came up with this?
Yeah, so I follow Jen Atkin. She's a hairstylist, a celebrity hairstylist, and she did this thing where she had like these post-its and it was all about like her 2020 resolution. So that was the first video. And then she did it again for 2021. And then I didn't really like get too much into that video, but I follow another person named Katy, and she kind of did it with her husband. And I just like the playfulness that they had when they were kind of like setting their intentions and setting their goals and things that they do want to do and things that they want to stop doing in the new year. I was like, okay, maybe I should try that this year and just like get it down on paper. Cause I feel like a lot of times we always have like thoughts in our head, like, oh, these are some things I want to do, but then life happens, right? And they just stay up there. And so it'd be good just to get it down on paper and like have it in front of you. And, we'll kind of go over exactly how you do it. I'll just like show you real quick what mine looks like. Very sloppy, messy, but it's mine. So, and
Exactly.
then we can leave, like we said, Jen Atkin's video in the description, so you can get like see exactly how she did it. And then we can also leave like Katy's video in the description so that you can see how she did it. But yeah, if you want to get into it. And then I told Cass that I wanted, for like if we wanted to do it, and then she was like, that's a great idea, for the video, to talk about it in our video.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a great idea just to do in general. Like you said, actually writing it down and not just writing down um like over. She broke down like subcategories and like different like I want to quit, I want to learn, I want to
Mm-hmm.
do like I personally never set my goals that way. I've
Mm-hmm.
always just like been so like tunnel vision with it. And I think this way is actually like amazing. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to get into it.
I agree. Okay, yeah. So the first post-it, or first, there's 8 total, and the first one is I want to try. So for me, I put to exercise every day. Since I just had a baby, like I think he's going to be 2 months soon. And it's just like me kind of getting back into my body and learning this new body after having another baby. And then with my son, he's 5, so I want to teach him to read. And then I would just want to be more positive and not um, sometimes go for the negative. Like I felt like for a long time I was super positive, and then like as like life happens and this freaking stupid pandemic happened, and sometimes it can kind of take you off the path, and I just want to get back on that like positive path.
And that's so interesting because I remember when you sent me your example to
Yeah.
show me like how to do it. When I saw that you wanted to be more positive, I was like so taken aback because you are literally like the most positive person that I've ever met. And I
Oh.
know like I feel like that's what drew me like so close to you
Yeah.
because I was like I used to think very negatively. Like I was very pessimistic. I just didn't, you know, have that positivity. And
Hmm.
when I met you, I was like, oh my God, like this is so amazing. And her energy is just so good that I
Thank
just wanted to
you.
be around you. And then you wanted to be around
Yeah.
me too, thank God.
Worked out perfect. And I loved your energy too. Are you kidding? I felt like you
Yeah.
were such
So
a strong woman. Like when I first met you, and I just your energy and the way that you talk, and like not even, you're not like rude, you're not mean, you're just straightforward. And I just really enjoy people like that, just you just keep it real, and I just feel like what people see, what you say, like everything is just who you are. So I enjoy that. I was like, I want to be more like that. I want to get that like straight to it. Like, let's get to the point, and you're funny. And like, yeah, so
oh, thanks.
I was like, of course I wanted to be around you. I was like,
We clicked. We
yeah.
clicked. Okay.
Yeah, if
So
you want to
my
share yours, what are your I
yes.
want to tries?
Okay, so I want to try. Um, this is so funny because we're literally in a pandemic, but my
Yeah.
first one is I want to try to be outdoors more often.
Okay.
But what I mean by that is just like be in the sun, like
Mhm.
not necessarily like like in a place. I want to be like with nature, like within nature and just
Yeah.
like enjoying like this earth. You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that's one of my goals because we have been locked in so tight and like so confined this whole
Yeah.
year that I'm just like, okay, I gotta like try to at least just go outside like when I can,
Mhm.
and I've actually been doing that, like been taking nature to the park almost every day. So that's been helping.
Yeah.
Nature is my son, by the way.
Yeah. It's so cute.
um, so I've never been really into like manifesting and meditation
Mhm.
at all. I've just been like I'm a Christian. I mean, I don't go to church every Sunday. I don't like study the Bible or anything like that, but I definitely want to dig deeper into spirituality, but like in a different way.
Okay.
Still practicing, prayer because
Mhm.
that is like I do believe in God. But I do want to try to get into meditation more and just manifestation and just like chakras, things like that.
Mhm. That sounds interesting. I like it.
Um, for that type of energy. So I'm excited to try.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea.
That's all I have for I want to try.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many on that list that it's like they can go everywhere. That outside, like getting into nature, I definitely have that one like later on in my list. And then I also have, yours is more like getting spiritual in another way. And like my big thing is I'll probably get into it later is like the faith, keeping the faith, and having the faith and increasing my faith. But I'll jump into the next one. So the next one is I want to be. And for me, I want to be more present, having just had my baby and having another son. And I just want to like not be so caught up in, either being on the internet or like, just working or, kind of thinking about, okay, what's the future? What are we going to do later? I kind of just want to be present in the moment, like soak up, everything. A lot of people always say like, oh, they grow up so fast. And it's true, kids really do. The time does, you feel like the days sometimes can be long, but the years and months and they just speed by, and I just want to kind of like really enjoy them and then be present for my kids so they know that I'm like there, I'm listening, and then the
Mhm.
next one is to be more thoughtful. I do feel like, I'll check in with people or like, I want to hang out with people, but I'm not like so much like, okay, let me really, go out of my way to like do something extra, extra, extra special. And then with my husband too, I want to be a little bit more thoughtful. So, when I'm gifting him something or thinking of, doing something together with him, I just want to kind of really like think it through and like take the time to do something. More go with the flow. I definitely can admit that I am like a super control freak. Like I just, I'm like, okay, we got to do this. We got to go here. We got to have this in the refrigerator. We can't have this in there. And like, I'm so like, and I get angry when
That's
like
a
things aren't
Capricorn.
done, the way. And I feel like that's a
Yeah.
mom thing too, because it's like you got to get to
Yeah.
school at a certain time. You got to get, pick them up or they got to eat lunch and things like that. And you got to be healthy. So I definitely feel like I need to just like relax and not let it like get to me. Like, okay, like that person is not, listening to me, but you know what? It is what it is. And like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Or maybe the house isn't super clean as I would want it to always be, but you know what? That's just a new normal, and then just being productive. So I definitely have been incorporating that so far. Just try not to watch TV, try not to go on my phone. And the first thing I do is like this woman, I don't even know where I saw it, but she was just like, she tries not to go on her phone um, as long as she can. Like she doesn't go on like in the morning, like she'll just hold out as long as she can go on like the internet basically. And so the same thing with
Mhm.
me. I'm like, okay, as long as I can not like, I don't need to check Instagram. I don't need to look at YouTube like for the morning and then I'll leave it for the afternoon. So then if there's things I need to get done, I'll just get them done early. So I'm not like waiting to the last minute, like, oh crap, I forgot I gotta submit this or I gotta, hurry up and get this done or I gotta do my taxes, whatever it is. And then being more creative, just, that I feel like that kind of goes more with the being thoughtful, just kind of, thinking outside the box, trying to like, do things with my son like that are more creative and not so like, okay, here's a book, here's some homework, let's do it. Just try to like, use our minds and our creativity more.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I got for that one. What you
Nice.
got?
I love those. I
Yeah.
love I love the thoughtful one.
Yeah.
Like just being thoughtful and people thinking about you and you thinking about someone in a way that only you know them. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
love that. So I like
Yeah.
those.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to be.
Okay.
I want to be a morning person.
Okay.
Like they said, I've never been a morning person. Ever since I was like school age, my mom used to have to drag me out of my bed, like bring clothes into the car, change me in the car. Like I didn't have breakfast. Like I was just never a morning person and I'm still
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And I thought that that would change like after having a baby because they're up.
Mhm.
No. Like I'm up, but I don't want to be up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and that's not from like a depression standpoint. Like that's not what I mean. I'm just like so out of it in the morning. Like I don't
Mhm.
want to look at anything. I don't want anybody to look at me. Like just make my coffee and leave me alone. So I want to like kind of get out of that. I want to enjoy the mornings and
Yeah.
be like a little bit less cranky.
Mhm. I hear you.
It's awful. It's a really bad thing. Um like you said, I want to be more productive. And I think this YouTube channel will help with that.
Mhm.
Um, just being a stay-at-home mom, and then on top of the pandemic, I think I kind of got stuck in this like rut,
Mhm.
and I'm just like not as productive as I can be. So I want that to change, and I'm figuring out ways to do it. One of my other goals we'll get into that a little bit later, but that's going to help with that as well. But yeah, I definitely want to be more productive in every area possible.
Yeah.
And then my last one for I want to be is just I want to be the best I can be. Like when I do something, I want to do it the best, like that
Mm.
I possibly can. And that doesn't
Mhm.
mean like better than other people. That just means the best that I, Cassie, am capable of doing. So I don't want to like half-ass anything. I just want to like be the best that I can possibly be.
I love that. I love that. I love everything you said, but I really love the best that you can be, just like putting, everything into it. I love that one. Okay, that's a good one. I'm like, should I add that one to my
Listen, you can add throughout the year or throughout the days, weeks, whatever, definitely add to your list. I don't think
Yeah,
that there's anything wrong with adding new goals. Like that's just stupid if you don't. Like if it's something
I
that you
agree.
realize that you want to do or change or quit, like just add it. Just write it
Mhm.
down and add it.
I love it. Okay, so then I want to learn. For me, I was saying I want to get my AA degree because I just, dropped out of school young when I was younger because it just wasn't
College.
for me. College, yeah. So I'm back in college, which it's so different than it was when I was in my 20s and 18 and 19, and now that I'm in my 30s, it's totally different, which I enjoy. I enjoy it much. I just I feel like I have a different mindset, so I can just like take it on a different way. Before I was just like, oh gosh, this is such a hassle. Now I'm like, I enjoy it. I want to
Good.
read a book a month. So either that's audiobook or reading. And I actually had a book for school, so I ended up doing that, which is great. I wanted to say to do more than one book, but I'm like, I know myself, like I need to just keep it to one book in the month. And like we were saying before, I want to get more spiritual and have more faith. So it's, a lot of times, if things don't happen or things, your life goes a different way than you thought it was going to go, you kind of be like down about it, or I'll be down about it. I'll say like, oh man, that sucks. Or, this doesn't work out, or it's not going to work out. Look, it hasn't happened, so it's never going to happen. So maybe I need to move on, and so now there's another video that I watched. If I remember it, I'll link it below too, where a woman talks about that you do have faith. Like that is faith. You're just having faith in it not happening. So it's like, instead of just
Mhm.
having faith, in things that are great, like, oh, if you want to have a house or you want to have a successful relationship or you want to have a baby or whatever it is that you're like, putting your faith into, you want to be healthy, happy, you're putting your faith into the opposite. You're saying like, oh, things are bad and like it's never going to happen, or I'm going to be stuck here forever. You have faith, you just don't have faith in the right thing. You have faith in the thing that you don't want, And so I was like, dang, that is so deep, because I never thought about
Right?
it. I felt like I felt like I was just, kind of not having faith. I was like, man, I don't keep the faith long enough. I just like, maybe one day I'm like super excited about it and I'm pumped and I write it down and I'm, I have it on my mind, and then all of a sudden, something happens or it doesn't go right, and you're just like, oh, well, there you go. Like that why did I even think that was going to work out, So
Yeah.
I'm happy that I saw that, because I was like, okay, I need to just shift my faith. I have it. I just need to shift it and like figure out how to strengthen it, So
Hmm.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
got on there. I want to learn.
That's good. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you for getting, first of all, straight A's.
Yeah.
Like you started school in a pandemic, you had
Yeah.
a baby, you have a 5-year-old who is doing learning from home, and you started school and you got straight A's.
Yeah. I
Like when
know.
this pandemic is over, girl, the celebration we're about to have for you
Yes.
is real. That's
Seriously, I'm like,
awesome.
who is that? Who is that straight A student? Never in my life, shocking.
But that's really cool. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
thank you.
I'm really super proud of you.
Thank you.
Um, so my I want to learn. I definitely want to learn more about investing, which is so funny because that whole like, GameStop thing just happened,
Yes, yeah. Oh, I did hear
and
about
I
that.
was like asking, yeah. And at first I was like, what? And then Jerry, my husband, he is like super, him and his sister, my sister-in-law, they're like, that's what she does. She was on Wall Street for like ever. So
Okay.
she, I think, inspired Jerry to get into it.
Okay.
So he's super, super into it. And like I hear him talking about it, but I never like, I would pay attention and I would listen and try to soak it up.
Mhm.
But I want to actually like learn on my own, not just from listening to him talk about it or him telling me, this happened today in the stock market and, like all of this like cryptocurrency that's happening and stuff like that. Like I want to actually take the time and research it myself,
Okay.
which I have been. It's very confusing for somebody like me who is not a financial person, like
Mhm.
at all. Like I feel like my financial part of my brain is just like, woo, somewhere else. um, but I definitely want to learn more about that. And then also, during the pandemic, I learned how to spray tan, and I eventually want to have my own business. It's kind of hard right now because we can't like be in contact with each other, and it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to spray tan somebody from 6 feet away. So
Yeah.
it's been a little challenging. I have been able to practice on a few people, which I'm very grateful for.
Mhm.
But I do want to master that. Like I want to learn how to spray tan beautifully, like
Mhm.
flawlessly, which is going to happen. I know it's going to happen
Yeah.
sooner than later.
Mhm.
So I can get that business up and running. Um, so yeah, those are the two things I want to learn.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you too for starting that business, and you like you said, it's like maybe right now you're just able to practice, but they are lifting everything and things will go back to normal. And believe me, it's like having a nice glowing tan is what's up. So you'll be
Yeah,
business will be booming. And especially
hopefully.
with
Yes,
people
yes,
being
yes.
like indoors this whole time, right? Like everybody's been stuck inside. So
Right.
the next one is I want to quit. And I didn't have like two, I only have one thing that I want to quit which is being negative. I just want to quit being negative. That's it.
Period.
Yeah. Thank point.
But that's good because negativity can literally like beat you down
Yeah.
and it
And then I
affects
can be
other
like, I
areas.
can sometimes the people that are closest to me, that's where I like let my negativity out. I let it out on them. Like where I'm like, they might say something to me and then I'll like have a negative comment back or I'll have a smart comment back, and I'm like, I just don't want to be like mean with that. I like, I don't want to have a smart comment. Like I just want to be like, okay, great, that's a great idea, wonderful. Instead of being like,
Yeah.
yeah, please, So I'm like, I'm working on that. I'm working on those like little comments that I make, mostly to like my husband and to my mom. Probably, I like,
Oh,
they'll
Craig.
say something to me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see.
Oh my goodness. That is too funny. Well,
Mhm.
I hope it happens for you.
Thank
It
you.
will happen for you.
Yes, it will.
It will.
Gotta keep faith
Yes.
on the right side.
On the right side. Um, for my I want to quit, I have three. The first one is procrastinating. I feel like I'm the biggest procrastinator of life. I
Mhm.
will literally like wait until the day of or the day before. Like it's bad. Um, for instance, we're going to New York tomorrow, and I literally just packed.
Yeah.
Like, and I have a kid to pack for as well. Like, it's not just me anymore.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But I packed early today, which is a step. It's not like I'm
See?
packing at midnight.
Yeah. You're not packing like right before the flight.
Yes, yes. So stop procrastinating. I want to stop giving up on things. Like I don't want to start something and then stop doing it.
Mhm.
Um, that's just like so annoying to myself. Like, and I notice it. I notice it myself. I'm just like, dang, like I started doing that, and like, why did I stop? Like, for instance, we got a Peloton through the pandemic,
Mhm.
and I was like very consistent for like a week, and then I just stopped. I'm like, why? Like, it's right
Yeah.
here. I have no excuse. Like, it's right here in my face. Like, I
Yeah.
want to stop giving up on things. Um, and also, this is the biggest one for me. And it's like we can all, well, all mothers can relate to this, I feel.
Mhm.
I want to stop the mom guilt.
Mm.
Like, mom guilt for me is, for instance, an example, going somewhere by myself, knowing that my son wants to come with me and I hear him crying.
Mm.
And then like I give in to him wanting to come with me,
Mhm.
and then like sacrificing my alone time. Whether it's like a simple trip to Target or like going to a friend's house
Yeah.
or like just anything like that. I want to stop giving into that because as a person, not even as a mom, just as a person, you have to have self-care first. Like you have to take care of yourself first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to take care of anything else, especially a child. You know,
Mhm.
you have to have that right mental state. And I feel like I was really, really, really bad at that at the beginning stages when I
Mhm.
first had nature. The first year, like I couldn't like let go. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if he was crying, I would just instantly like take him. I wouldn't even like really let Jerry like get a chance to like soothe him or like stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. It's hard to explain on here. It's
Mhm.
more of like a day to day experience. Like I don't know. Like I just want to. If I want to sit here and do my makeup and take, a picture, that's what I
Mhm.
want to do. I don't want to feel guilty for nature, for me not like paying attention to nature. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to feel guilty for here's your iPad for 30 minutes. Let me do what I got to do.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
he'll be okay.
Mhm.
He's cute. Like well, 2.5. Like he'll be fine.
Mhm.
He's not gonna remember that. He's not gonna think like, oh, my mommy doesn't love me because
Yeah.
she's doing something for herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's like the biggest one. That's one of my biggest goals this year is to completely stop that. Like I cannot let a child control what I'm doing
Mhm.
at all. Like that
Yeah.
that just can't happen, you know?
Yeah, I do. And I can totally hear with the mom guilt. Like I think just like you said, I think all moms, me included, can relate to that feeling, and I definitely feel like it's in with me even with a new baby, it's like um that same thing that you were saying where like you hear the cry and instead of just like kind of like stepping away and be like okay well he's with his dad like he'll figure it out, it's like you just want to like stop it because it's I don't know, it's just well, they were inside of you for almost a year, okay,
Right.
and then now they're outside and there's a connection, there's a super super strong connection and it's like it's painful. It's like physically painful to hear your kid
Mhm.
upset, no matter what like age they are.
Yeah.
So if you feel like there's something you can do to stop it, as a mom, we're just like, what can I do? What can I do to stop it? If they fall and hurt themselves, you're right there to be like, you're good, we got this. Like let's cheer him up, so he's not sad. The same thing is when they get sad when you're leaving, you're like, okay, I could fix that. I would just stay, or he could just come with me. But the truth is, just like you said, for your mentalness, you need to be able to have that moment of just like clarity by yourself, just taking that walk, or like you said, going to Starbucks, going to Target, something simple that you're just alone and you're just like,
Alone.
I'm telling you, for me, my biggest thing is I have 30 minutes every day, which is not a lot, but still it's 30, it's in the shower. It's like the
Mhm.
one time I take a shower every single day and I'm in the bathroom at least for 30 minutes alone by myself. And if at any point, like when I get out of the shower and when I get in, if I hear the baby or something, and I know he's with his dad, but if I hear him, I just turn on the fan, like the fan that's in the bathroom, because I cannot hear anything, because then I won't enjoy my shower. If I hear like
Mhm.
any crying or someone screaming or whatever it is. So that 30 minutes though, like this sometimes when I've like pushed it to the end of the day, I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I gotta have that 30 minutes in the morning because I'm just like, I'm so beat, you know, like by 7 o'clock,
Mhm.
if I'm like, okay, fine, I'm finally getting in the shower at 7 p.m. or something like that. I'm just like, I really needed that, like, just moment, you know, that time where I'm just like, no one's asking me for anything. No one's, you know, coming like, mommy, or like crying, or I need to feed them. It's just like that 30 minutes where I'm just like, you know, clearing my mind, getting some hot water. I'm like washing my face, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm like doing all these things for yourself because, you know, we can be forgotten, you know, because we put all of our energy in someone else. So I know
Yeah.
that you will be successful in that. You will definitely, you know, take the steps to like say, okay, got to go. I love you. And I know
Right.
when I'll be back, you'll be smiling, you know, from ear to ear, you know. And I can
Yeah.
totally relate to that. Definitely saying like when I first had Grayson, I definitely was even more. My friends would say, oh, come out, let's like grab food or something. And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I gotta put him to sleep. And it's like there's someone else here that could put him to sleep, but I just couldn't let it go, you know? I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, come with us here." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you know, I'm kind of just like I'm with him and I just want to spend all the whole day with him. I don't want to spend any
Mhm.
moment away, you know?" And then you forget about yourself, you know, you leave yourself to the back burner.
Yeah. Which is
I was
not
gonna
good.
say if you want to keep going or do you want to, because it seems like, do you think it's gonna be like a super long video? Um, we can make it like a two-parter because that's like the top four. And
Yeah.
then we can do
We
the
can do
bottom
a
four.
two-parter.
Yeah. Okay. So what we can do is we can say, stay tuned for
Yes.
the
Stay
second
tuned for
part.
the rest of our goals
Yes.
and intentions for the year 2021.
Yes.
2021, which
Yes.
is so weird to say.
2021.
It's so crazy. So
It
crazy.
is. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching our first ever YouTube video together. Please like if you liked it. Like it even if you didn't like it. Subscribe to our channel so you can see more stuff like this, and the second video will be up right away, so we didn't want you to have to watch like too long of a video. And yeah,
Yeah.
just come back for more. You know, we're just here keeping it real, so two
Keeping it
ladies keeping
real.
it real. Yeah.
Keeping it real.
Okay,
Yes.
anything else you want to share with our viewers?
Um, Not regarding this particular video, but I did want to say thank you so much for everybody who is watching this video currently. Like Amber said, please like this video, subscribe if you have a YouTube account, show us to your friends, post us. We're going to post this too. We do have separate Instagram accounts, but we do have a joint Instagram account. So you cannot miss the link. We'll post it everywhere.
Hmm.
Also, we would like to hear back from you. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. If you would like to hear us talk about anything in particular, just comment it below and let us know. We'd be more than happy to do that for you.
Yep. All right, well, take care, beautiful people, and we'll be back with more videos. Bye.
Bye.